The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Cook running right. Oh, nice move. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Ravens at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll run with Etienne. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job. You chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on second and 13. Murray eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. They run again on first down. Cook, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupy the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. This will be, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their route.
Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Murray with a 3rd and long. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Up the middle, it's Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Play fake. Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Ravens take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 6. They'll roll him out right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Murray sets to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give. This is Cook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Cook.
122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's Cook again.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Murray. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.